The government of Uganda put a desk for standardization of natural medicine at the Uganda National Drugs Authority. But there was a challenge that there was no standardized scientific way of validating most of these drugs. So, for me to achieve the national requirement, I needed to get back into the university. But I needed to find out which university would really give me the knowledge that I really needed. I moved around most universities. I found they were actually teaching ethnomedicine instead of teaching natural medicine, science, and pharmacognosy. Thanks to government, working with the Mbarara University of Science and Technology, which was selected as a center for excellence in natural medicine development. That's why we are grateful to PHARMBIOTRAC.
PHARMBIOTRAC, basically one of its objectives is to enhance the use of medicinal plants through traditional knowledge and associated heritage. So basically the World Health Organization has been encouraging the use of medicinal plants because we all know that even modern medicine derives some of its compounds from medicinal plants. My work with PHARMBIOTRAC is basically offering my services as a botanist and specifically to help establish the living gene bank of medicinal plants. I also do teach the students, especially those that are undertaking research, and also we do work with not only students but also with communities.
There's a scholarship opportunity. MUST always has research projects that are ongoing and they need graduate research assistants. It put out scholarships for us to apply but through sending our abstracts or our concept papers, and after that we were brought on board. So I believe if the government can look into funding the students, particularly the girls, like it did for the 1.5 plus points for the girls, it can do the same for masters so that people can be motivated. I mean, I am not going to struggle and hustle for tuition to come back and again hustle with books. So if there is that money already and kind of like stipend, you are motivated. This is literally work. You work as you study and eventually you attract more, you motivate others to come and join you for the same cause. I don't pay tuition and I'm happy.
I have a PhD in pharmaceutical biotechnology, which I obtained because PHARMBIOTRAC facilitated me. So I realized I should stay here and be facilitated a little, as I do, I could call it a kind of helping, so that also other students who are coming to use this lab can find it in good position to be used.
When I finished my undergraduate, I was retained to do research assistance work for Professor Gwang. And after that, I went for my master's in Nigeria. So when I came back, PHARMBIOTRAC had this lab, but it was not functioning. So I came up to set up this lab for my background of pharmaceutics, which deals with the product development and product manufacturing.
I came to Mbarara University for my doctoral degree through Pharmacotechnology and Traditional Medicine Center Fellowship. My PhD sojourn, I was able to develop monographs for some medicinal plants that are majorly used for anti-malaria. And PHARMBIOTRAC was able to sponsor everything.
Drug development is a very, very elaborate process. Drug development goes from the discovery of the molecule to the clinical trials that they do, the preclinical studies in the lab using animal models and then using humans to do clinical trials to all the way to approval. It's an elaborate process. It can take up to 10 years for sure. But there is something called an emergency approval process in the case of COVID. They can expedite that process based on facts as well. So we would say this drug was used by our ancestors to treat this disease. So we do what we call reverse pharmacology. There was evidence from our fathers, so let's use it, and then we go back now in the lab and try to see how that medicine worked. So it's called reverse pharmacology in that way. So yes, clinical pharmacists, pharmacologists, pharmacognoscists, chemists, and researchers are all involved in the drug discovery process and drug development process.
I can say I'm proud of what we have achieved greatly. One, we have managed to attract students from 11 countries in Africa for masters and PhD. And we have managed to train those students to share with them the skills we had. But also not only us, we invited professors from Sudan, India, the USA, Ethiopia, Kenya, Cameroon to come and also contribute to student training. As I speak right now, we have graduated over 15 PhD students in this field. We're yet to graduate another 17 or 18. That means we're about 33 PhDs graduated will be graduated under this program. That's a very big achievement for human resource.
Oh yeah, tremendously. There are three areas I'm looking at. I'm looking at academia, for example. I'm looking at research, and I'm looking at innovation. So in terms of academia, of course, there has been a lot of institutional support from PHARMBIOTRAC. Mbarara University would never be the same again because of the institutional support that has been provided by PHARMBIOTRAC in terms of teaching, in terms of technical know-how, in terms of resources, logistics, and everything else that we can imagine. So that at the end, when you pull out your syringe, you don't have a splash like you did. PHARMBIOTRAC has to its credit about 100 and close to 200 publications of research that has been done. And that has impacted society, not just Mbarara University, but society at large. Talking of innovation, PHARMBIOTRAC has not just provided opportunity for young people to excel in their different skills and talents by coming up with businesses and enterprises that would promote themselves and their families. But yes, I think, and in the healthcare system as well, the program has really supported the hospital here at Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital and other hospitals, including the National Referral Hospital. Point in case, most of our students now are doing a game changer in terms of clinical pharmacy practice in different state hospitals in Uganda. I think one of our former students now is the director of pharmaceutical services at the Heart Institute at Mulago Hospital.
My research is in line with my career development, and I'm basically looking at developing and validating a method that is going to look at essential oils, looking at the fact that we are currently pushing into herbal medicine and formulations. I'm going to look at essential oils. How can I make methods that are going to help the quality controllers in the different laboratories to be able to assess, quantify these oils in the different medicines? Because you realize, I'll give you a simple example of eucalyptus oil. It is one of the most used plants in Uganda by different herbalists. And most of them just pour. I mean, they just put and go and heal. But at the end of the day, it actually has some toxic effects. So if I can be able to come up with a method that can give us a limit of how much should be in a particular medicine, and also be able to support these upcoming scientists so that they can borrow the method and apply it. So basically, I'm into method development of essential oils.
The plant I was researching on for my PhD was Dioscorea bulbifera. So I wanted to know if it has potential to be a contraceptive, and actually it has. But after the PhD, I could not get enough funding to proceed with my project. But if I got the funding, then I would proceed and make a product out of it that is a contraceptive.
I was able to set up this lab in 2020. So since then, we have had a number of progress in terms of product development, in terms of research, in terms of production of products. So we are reaching a level where this lab will be certified by National Drug Authority to be able to register or notify natural products. And also we'll be able to do contract manufacturing for herbalists or other private sector that do not have this standard of lab to be able to produce the products, and also we're reaching a level where we can subcontract to develop products for the locals.